Happy hump day, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Hope you're having a great midweek. And although we're not out of the woods yet, we got to celebrate the tiny victories. Bitcoin, at least right now, as I record this, back up over 50,000. We've had a nice little bounce. The market in total is up 5.9% in these last 24 hours. Don't worry, we're going to be discussing altcoins today, especially crypto.com. We're going to be discussing Fuse and Injective and Balancer and Polygon and Chainlink and Hedera Hashgraph, a couple others as well. But I wanted to kick off with a little bit of enthusiasm here and, remind you guys that it's cliche to say, but as much as possible, we may be guppies, we may be minnows, we may be krill, right, swimming through the ocean. It's still a good idea to emulate the actions of the whales out there in the space and to do what the smart money is doing. We want to do our best to mirror the actions and the decisions as well of those people that kind of know what's up, that are strategic and intelligent with their investments. And so I don't want to dwell on this too much because we've been hammering home the message pretty consistently here. But there's a perfect example, and we're going to start with an example in this video of whales buying the dip, and we're going to end with an example as well. Here's the first of two examples on altcoinbuzz.io. Jack Dorsey's Square buys $170 million more Bitcoin. And he bought this, I'm not saying he totally disregarded the price or didn't care what the price was, but he actually bought it at a price that's higher than where Bitcoin is now, at about $51,235. The name of the game is accumulation to a lot of these people. And the amount of Bitcoin that he purchased, 3,300 and change, now represents about 5% of Square's cash reserve. So strategic move here. Maybe it's not perfectly timed as far as buying the dip, but nevertheless, it speaks to what the smart money is doing. We had a community post the other day about Jack Dorsey, and I sensed a lot of venom. You guys don't like Jack Dorsey. He's, of course, known right now, his reputation is kind of authoritarian. He's definitely censoring left and right. I agree with you guys on that. I'm not a fan of Jack Dorsey or Twitter at that level. However, in terms of smart money moves and investment strategy, this was something to be applauded here. Jack Dorsey and Square buying the dip. You can read about it here on investors.squareup.com. They've announced fourth quarter and full year 2020 results as well. This will no doubt, this Bitcoin investment that is, will no doubt help them out. Bitwise, they've topped $1 billion in AUM, assets under management, as demand for crypto funds surges amongst professional investors. This is a trend that is completely unsurprising at this point. The momentum is only continuing to build. CoinShares is also launching new physically backed Ethereum exchange traded product. That's ETP. Don't forget the CME group on the 8th of February, earlier this month, 8th of February 2021. They basically opened the floodgates with the Ethereum CME futures trading. Now, there was some debate as to whether or not that was a good thing for the space. Ethereum, although it's back up right now, is struggling a little bit, to be fair. And maybe that's part of, or at least one of the variables here that has contributed to Ethereum's somewhat lackluster performance. I mean, look, it's still up from kind of in the last month or so when you consider the local peak that it hit above $2,000. In the last month or maybe 6 weeks or so, it's still doubled in price, but just kind of by cryptocurrency standards, I think we're all hoping for a little bit more. Anyways, take a look at this new product on the market, Ethereum exchange traded product. Again, ETP. We'll link to this in the description below. But right now, let's talk a little bit of altcoin updates here, beginning with crypto.com, our friends, our partners over at crypto.com. I guess I wasn't quite paying attention because this number floored me. So crypto.com, at crypto.com on Twitter, we've surpassed 10 million users. I know their user base was in the millions, like that was guaranteed. I thought it was closer to 5 or 6, to be honest, but check out these growth metrics. A doubling of our user base in the last 4 months, 10 times revenue in 2020. Thank you to our amazing community. And the video credit here of the CRO rocket goes to SK Villa Crypto. Full statement about this milestone and what's next is available on blog.crypto.com. Don't forget, they just issued 70 billion, or a 70 billion, I should say, token burns. 70 billion out of 100 billion CRO were just burned. dramatically increasing the value of any CRO you currently stake or hold or may want to trade. This in anticipation of their upcoming mainnet, which they want to be fully decentralized. And to add to these existing milestones here, again, a tenfold increase in 2020 revenues and a doubling up to 10 million new users, a doubling of the figure that was, I guess, in effect just 4 months ago. That is huge as far as a growth rate. And I have the feeling that we're really only seeing just the beginning of crypto.com. As always, guys, you can get your hands on an MCO Visa card using our link in the description below and our exclusive code AB. You type that in, you're going to get $25 loaded onto the card for free. It's also the best way to put your crypto to use for you. Incredible rewards are available on that Visa card. So check it out. It's both in the description and in the comments below. Moving right along here in altcoin news, Fantom Foundations. Alameda Research has invested $35 million into Fantom Foundation. Alameda Research enters the Fantom ecosystem, collaborating with the Fantom core team, integrating Solana, Serum, Radium, and other cross-chain products. Read more about that here on fantom.foundation/blog. Alameda Research invests a cool $35 million into Fantom. And Fuse Network is in the news. New integration and collaboration with MintGate app. Content creators can now use tokens on Fuse Network to gate content. The full press release here on medium.com. Fuse integrates MintGate to enhance studio features and bolster adoption. Injective protocol now is in the news. Singapore government-backed validator Stake With Us is joining Injective Labs as a Genesis validator. So Singapore government-backed validator Staked With Us joins Injective as a Genesis validator. So not only Singapore-based, but Singapore government-based, which is an important distinction there. Stake With Us has been providing secure blockchain infrastructure for leading proof-of-stake protocols such as Cosmos. The company has created secure validation infrastructure for both retail and institutional clients, and Stake With Us is backed by SG Innovate, a Singapore government deep tech fund, and LoonX Ventures, Golden Gate Ventures blockchain fund. Here's what the CEO Eric Chen of Injective had to say, quote, "We are excited to be working alongside the team at Stake With Us. They continue to operate validator nodes for many of our close friends in the Cosmos network, such as Terra. In addition, they have consistently achieved high uptime rates, which will be integral for us moving forward." Kudos. Bluzelle here in the news with this update. Using Bluzelle DB for a decentralized notary system is an excellent use case that ensures immutability, security, and transparency. App built by our community. #developerblog.bluzelle.com. Apply to our grant to kickstart your new ideas. More information is available here on blog.bluzelle.com. Bluzelle Community Project Showcase Instant Notary App. Balancer Labs now is in the news. And by the way, if you haven't checked out Robert's recent video about how to use the Balancer platform, make sure you do. Here is a link, or here's a card, I should say, to that particular demo. But at Balancer Labs here, Balancer is proud to announce a partnership with AAVE to build out the first V2 asset manager. This allows idle assets in V2 pools to earn yield on AAVE without increased gas costs for swaps. All you need to know is available here on medium.com. AAVE and Balancer partner to build the first asset manager for Balancer V2. Polygon, formerly known as MATIC. It always reminds me of Prince, the rest in peace, the music artist who was the artist formerly known as Prince, I guess because he changed his name to a symbol or that kind of thing. So not to disparage Polygon or Prince for that matter, but Polygon, formerly known as MATIC, pleased to collaborate with Golem project to build a new payment driver powered by Polygon. Golem and Polygon have two of the strongest communities in the space, and we're glad to join hands to create a payment driver utilizing Polygon's high throughput and low cost transactions. Golem will collaborate with the Polygon team and ecosystem for a new payment driver. Chainlink, which we discussed at length yesterday across multiple updates, they are just perennially in the news. There's a lot happening with Chainlink right now. Premium data provider World Weather On will launch their own Chainlink node to provide developers across leading blockchains with cryptographically signed weather data supporting new blockchain-based weather markets in parametric, instance, and derivatives. That's a bit of a mouthful, but the breakdown is here on worldweatheronline.com. World Weather Online to launch a Chainlink node to bring high-quality weather data to blockchains. Awesome. And in the news here, we have Tomasz L. He is the founder of Origin Trail with this update here. Incredibly proud to see Origin Trail's work to build resilience in pandemics. That work got recognized by the WEF and WEF Uplink. Great support to reach important goals together. Hashtag Origin Trail, hashtag COVID-19, hashtag WEF together. If you're curious as to what that's all about, check out on the World Economic Forum. That's weforum.org. This piece. This is how blockchain can help fight pandemics. And look, there's no shortage of other applications while you're at it, World Economic Forum. Blockchains in elections and democracy for transparent voting in national and even provincial, state, local, municipal elections. Blockchain in voting. That's what I want to see personally happen more than anything. But this is a good start. Blockchain, how it can help fight pandemics. Awesome. Hedera Hashgraph here at Hedera is in the news. Standard Bank ZA has been a pioneer in leveraging blockchain and distributed ledger tech to bring speed and transparency to its large and growing customer base across Africa. The full write-up here. Standard Bank, that's what SA was referring to. Standard Bank Group establishes Africa's first Hedera network node to enable much-needed digitization of cross-border trade processes. Everybody's heading to Africa. That's the new hot destination for blockchain. Hedera, Hashgraph, Cardano, others, no doubt. Electroneum, as you guys know. We haven't talked about Electroneum in a while, so perhaps I'll prepare an update for a future video. But look, there's a lot of potential in this world. And it just so happens that for some of the more impoverished countries, nations, they happen to be in Africa. And I think that speaks to a lot of the pragmatic and potentially uplifting use cases that blockchain can provide. So I am all for it. Okay, guys, that's about it as far as the altcoin roundup. As I promised, we're going to bookend this video both at the intro section and the outro with positive news as far as whales buying up the dip. Smart money. It is our job insofar as we can to emulate them to the best of our ability. Anthony Pompliano here with this breaking news from a few hours ago. MicroStrategy has purchased, not planning to, has purchased another $1.02 billion of Bitcoin for their balance sheet. Michael Saylor is conducting one of the greatest corporate M&A strategies in history. I've been saying it really since Michael Saylor first broke out onto the scene. This guy is going to be celebrated, is going to be famous in the history books, because not only is what he's doing strategically brilliant, but he's been the first in this space. He's been a pioneer in this space as far as getting it all to work, as far as making it all possible. He will be remembered and celebrated by future historians, in my opinion. You can check out a full interview here. This was released on the 23rd of February by Squawk Box. That's the CNBC show. Bitcoin is a bank in cyberspace. That's a quote courtesy of Michael Saylor. Check it out. As always, guys, we'll link to all of this in the description below. But that about wraps it up for today, everybody. There's so much news. It is constant. It is unending. It's a deluge that cannot be stopped. I mean, we try to stop it. We try to corral it. We try to sift through it. It's impossible. So if you want to stay up to speed, my best recommendation is that you follow us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into our spiffy new website. It is altcoinbuzz.io. That's where we post all the latest. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications if you enjoyed today's video. Best of luck if you choose to invest on this hump day, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. But have a great midweek. Stay safe. And as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.